And there's going to be, I don't even know what group. Let me get this up on my second screen while we get started. So this is going to be Elazer versus BratOK here. I guess we should probably write BratOK here, just NA server, so he has a bit of a different name. There we go, BratOK. Perfect. Alright, so that's BratOK. Alright, so this matchup. Coming in from Group H of the competition. So how this works is Group G and H are going to start now. And Group C and D will start in kind of one best of 3 times. So I'm going to be starting off today with our next group with Elazer versus BratOK. And we'll kind of just go through here and see what we get to, see what happens. Meanwhile, Hurricane Daisy will start on the other stream, and then TLO versus Pro. We'll do our best to kind of bring you guys the matches. We might actually try and swap between groups a bit more now, especially with Groups C and D starting up. There's going to be so much to cast here, basically. So many great games. We're going to have to miss a few of them, which is a shame, but we'll do our best to bring you as many as possible. So introducing in Group H to the top left-hand side, our red Zerg player is from Kulash. It's Elazer. To the bottom right, our blue Terran player is BratOK from Cascade. Thank you very much, Green MC, for the Chia 10, Primal Lab for the Chia 20, coming on through since we last said thank yous. Really do appreciate some more hearts in the chat, please, for our cheerers. Slowly poking away at Jim Sock. That's the bit boss. If you guys are enjoying the stream, don't forget plenty of ways for you to support. You can hit that follow button so you when we're live and casting again in the future. You can subscribe. It is still September for 4 or 5 more days, and so is your last chances to get that half-price sub if you're not already subscribed. Only $2.50 to get replay packs and so much more, as well as supporting the channel. Of course, you have that Twitch Prime. You can use that as well to subscribe for free. And of course, you can cheer or donate if you want to support too, as we head into Game 1 of Elazer and BratOK, setting up to see how this will go. Sorry, just realized I was on the wrong server as well for the other matches that are going to be starting up here, so just getting that fixed. What's up, Green MC, coming in with the Twitch Prime sub as well. How you doing, mate? Thank you for your Twitch Prime. It's a resub, right? I'm almost sure you've been subscribed before. Thank you very much for the Twitch Prime sub. Let's see some more hearts in the chat, please, for Green MC. Thank you very much, do appreciate. And Greyhawk coming in with the Chia 5 as well. Thank you so much too. Some hearts, rounds of hearts in the chat, please, guys. Thank you so much for the love and the support so far today. Really do appreciate it. Actually, almost back to 275 subs. We can go for our push to 300 once again. By the way, if you guys have any cool ideas for kind of what we should do at 300 subscribers, then please do let it be known. Happy to hear some ideas. If you guys have anything in particular you'd like to see, then be happy to maybe do it if we could hit 300, if we get towards 300 subs. It'd be cool to have a reason to be hitting the sub goal, you know? Sorry guys, again, I missed my mute button there before I coughed on a bit. WardiBot needs bets. Well, WardiBot does have bets, just we need the moderators to be able to run the bets, which doesn't really happen so often. It's kind of tough. You're a sub before, just been sharing that Twitch Prime around. Well, that's fine. I mean, you should always share your Twitch Prime love around. If you've got multiple streams you enjoy and you got that Twitch Prime, share it around. Give it to someone different each month. It's the beautiful thing of Twitch Prime. Elazer! 7 roaches on the way up, just to play defensively here early. He's not looking to all in or anything, I don't think. Or is he? Dropper Lord's on the way, so maybe he is. I thought 7 roaches into drones is kind of okay to maybe just stay defensive, but this is looking a bit more like, hey, let's go across the map and kill him. So I'm going to be seeing this Dropper Lord loading up the queens and getting ready to go down towards the lower right-hand side. So they're going to be moving on over. Lings to the right-hand side as well. I'm going to see Hellions and Medivacs with tanks and Marines inside going across. It's going to be a weird kind of bypassing each other sort of situation here between BratOK and Elazer. So it's a bit of an interesting one. I just see a couple of Ravagers morphing in. I mean, again, Elazer going full-on aggression towards this right now. She's got quite a lot of damage done to the CC already with the Lings. As these tanks and Hellbats etc. set up, the problem is he's not going to be focusing on defending this position right now. He's really going to be focusing on just being aggressive over here And there's BratOK who's going to really struggle to defend, so he needs to lift up these units and go straight into the natural, I think, and really start doing some real counter damage, because otherwise he's going to be in a lot of trouble. But, I mean, Elazer's already on top of the production right now as Ravagers and Roaches pushing on through. Queens as well here, as these SCVs continue to move on around. And you've seen those Lings working their way through the cloak here, so that's going to be getting taken down as well. Roaches, Lings, and Ravagers just continue to kill so many SCVs in the main base. Well, the main base has fallen. Problem is for BratOK, I guess he could force a draw, right? If he's able to get rid of all the Zerg bases, all the Zerg eco, he could float. Problem is he needs to start doing that ASAP, and instead he's just sort of sat in the main killing drones, etc. Killing the hatcheries and getting rid of eco is, I think, the most important thing right now, but he's just not going for it. And I think that's a bit of a shame because, I mean, obviously it's a bit of a gamble, but you have to try and do something sometimes. You're going to be seeing these units coming down the ramp, continue to fight. Marines, Hellbats coming on in. I mean, units are being sent back home to start dealing with this. The 2 tanks are powerful, but will it be enough as we continue to set up? Marines, Hellbats setting on up here. Roaches and Ravagers coming up the ramp once again to kind of fight this back. We're going to be seeing 1, 2 Hellbats getting taken down. GG. Elazer will take game number 1 of this best of 3. Elazer going up with the aggression. Let's go into this and see what happens in game 2 of Elazer and BratOK. Thanks, no worries, man. Again, I can't really say much more. Like, it shouldn't happen. Maybe it was just a bit of a glitch. I'm not really too sure, but if you bought maybe the like X months at once thing, then maybe it was just that. I really don't know. Like, there's so many different things it could be. It's kind of hard to know. Thank you so much for the 22-month resub, though. Almost 2 years. Give some Wardy hearts in the chat, please, for Mark BT. And the 22 months of resubscribing. Crazy long. It's our second 22-month resub of the day. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Thank you so much. Do appreciate the 22 months. Let's see some love in the chat, please, guys. Alright, going into game number 2 then. Elazer picked up a quick victory in game 1. And he opens hatch gas pool, or hatch pool gas in game number 2. He's our red Zerg. Top left hand side, Elazer. Bottom right, our blue Terran player is going to be BratOK. Let's see what he can get up to here as we go into game 2. This best of 3. He's down by 1. Looking to come on back after. It was a weird game. It's funny because I feel that sort of attack from Elazer actually doesn't really work against what BratOK was doing if BratOK stays at home. The problem is BratOK didn't know about it. They bypassed each other, and then it became that situation where BratOK kind of had to just do more damage faster because Elazer did damage very quickly, and BratOK just couldn't really kind of compete with that. The fact that Elazer got straight onto production, etc., it's just a tough way to kind of go. It's tough to really shut it down. In a straight-up fight, Elazer still has more stuff. It's just that BratOK defensively positioned will be in a much better position, but obviously you can't just stay defensive position when it's in that sort of situation we ended up in, and so his advantages do just fall away. Elazer, 1-0 up here in the series. I'm in the UK, where's my tea and honey for the throat? I just don't actually, I really should get some tea bags for this, for my office. I just don't have any tea bags here, it's crazy. But, yeah, I just don't have anything to really, save my throat right now. I would have gone and got something, but I just didn't have time this morning from waking up kind of late because I was just so tired to, well, yeah, just yesterday I was just too tired to go to the shops as well. What can I say? It's been a hectic few days. I think I just need to get some water actually, because right now my throat's worse than it's been for ages. I think it's just because I'm not drinking anything at the moment. I'll get some water after this game or after this series when we're in the next little break. It's been, the last break or so has been kind of hectic because we kind of came out of one series and went to another and another and another, and it's just continued so quickly. So, for now, I'm just going to be seeing this Reaper coming on down towards the lower right hand side. Going to see the Watchtower getting taken. And Pneumatized Carapace from the Elazer on the way up as well. So another kind of drop potential sort of setup here early. You can obviously just use this Pneumatized as a way to scout with the Overlords in the early stages of the game. So that's definitely something we can just see the kind of scouting of these overlords coming down towards lower right. But obviously, again, it gives you that chance to play the queen drop too. So we'll see what he wants to go for. Feelings on the way out. We see from BratOK so far just the initial setup with 3CC very early into the game. And he's then gone in towards the double factory. So as Elazer scouts this, you'll see what the opening is, and you'll see the double factory reactor tech lab means it's not going to be Hellion Cyclone, but more so Hellion kind of tank sort of thing. And so Elazer should know then. Rotron should come on down here to help him defend anyways. And he should be pretty good. We'll play maybe a bit greedy against the free base, but obviously again knows about the threat of Hellions and Hellbats, etc. So can't play too greedy, as the Lings will run on in and try and fight against those Hellions. Nice little positioning from the Hellions between those mineral lines, and actually so far just one Hellion going down for the trade against those Zerglings, and the drone or two that they've grabbed as well already. And now those Hellions going to go back out over to the side a little bit. Rotron about halfway done here, as these Hellions going to be coming back in towards the top side, maybe looking for more chances. I mean, he's playing mech, so Hellions are kind of the units which you can give away a little bit here so far. You can give those up and you can kind of trade them out because it's your mineral dump. Mech's all about gas income, and you're very limited by your gas income. So, you know, basically here for BratOK, what he needs to go for is, you know, throw the Hellions away and use those as a way to keep the Zerg busy while building up into the larger mech army, which, you know, costs gas units just as the game goes by, basically. More Zerglings going to be moving around here. Elazer coming through the south side. This Overlord going to be moving away from the single Marine, and Ling's going to jump on top of an SCV and the Marine in a moment. So an SCV goes down, this Marine as well. A couple of nice pickoffs and some nice bits and pieces. Actually a siege tank here. BratOK is kind of in the middle of nowhere. And that tank going to go down as well. And this is becoming a very nice counterattack now from Elazer. Meanwhile, across the map, the first Roaches are on the way to help, as these Hellions wolf in their bats, and we will see, well, the Queen's starting to drop. The Roaches coming through. A single siege tank has been brought to kind of join the fray over here, but I think the reality is these Hellbats are going to start dropping a lot faster now as the Roach numbers increase, and that siege tank is not going to last too long after the fact that these Roaches have cleaned out the Hellbats. So tank going down, and again, the Lings counter-attacking are doing so much damage here. This Zergling chasing the Hellion down even. That's how confident he's feeling. The Reaper being pulled back as well. And I'm just going to be seeing the Lings getting cleaned up. Again, a few more Roaches gathering together. A Hydra's Den and a Bane Nest is on the way down too. And a fourth hatchery to the bottom left-hand side of the map coming into play. So fourth hatchery coming into play here now. Again, that armory on the way up right at the moment from BratOK. And Roach Speed coming on through, the Dropper Lord coming in as well. Elazer going to keep up the pressure right now against the mech player, which is obviously fantastic. You slow down the mech player, you're going to have a pretty great time. One SCV went down there, another one will get cleaned up nearly, but the Zergling actually goes down. Fourth hatch from Elazer set up to the bottom left-hand side, and of course, just going into the Lingbane Hydra way of dealing with this, which has become a much more popular way of, well, has been a much more popular way of kind of defending the kind of openings as of late, and defending against mech play as of late. Going to ultras later in the game, it can be very powerful in general, so we'll see how this works out for Elazer here. So these Lings run into the main basement line. I think we'll get at least 3 or 4 SCVs. We'll see how quickly BratOK responds, and it is pretty quick, but there's 1, 2, and 3. So 3 workers going down, another SCV as well, that makes it 4. Now he backs away into that Overlord once again. The Hellions coming in once more, just going to allow him to clean that up, but allows Elazer to push down into the side. He's going to use his Roaches to clean out a few depots that have been built into the far left. And now you may want to try and fight against some of those Hellions. Hellions alone don't have a lot of hit points. They're much less tanky than the Hellbat counterparts. Obviously their benefit is they're much more mobile, but against the Roaches, Hellions don't really have much of a role at all. I guess you can, you know, bypass Roaches with Hellions, which is nice. Which is something you can't really do with Hellbats because they're just so slow. Obviously, again, a straight up fight the Hellbats would generally be a better way to go about things. Feeling still just try and drop around, just do a little bit more damage. But Elazer one of these players who's just so very good at continuing throughout the entirety of the game to drop here, drop there, pick off a few more SCVs, etc. We're going to be seeing more Roaches from the left-hand side, going to be pushing in to try and do a little bit more. Things and Hydras here from Elazer. Looking to see where he can go. Again, these Roaches setting up to a refinery, starting to fall. As this refinery goes down, we've seen this supply depot maybe in a little bit of trouble too. Tank sieges, another tank pushing forwards here for BratOK now. As a few Banes finish up, we're just going to be seeing Elazer more or less maxed out. Maybe going to try and go for this. There's only 3 or 4 tanks. It's not that many. The Banes pushing forwards obviously want to clean out the front line of units here initially so that the tanks can start being targeted much faster. And Elazer just has plenty to work with right now. And this is going to be a cleanup. We see these SCVs continue to drop, obviously. And that's going to be GG. Elazer takes game number 2. And the best of 3 is his. So Elazer takes the game number 2 and he finishes to go through into the winners match of his group here. Very